So we were doing the Excel hash 2021, and that is where you get lots of MVPs who are ex-celebrities coming together and creating videos of a solution where they get a list of ingredients that they need to make work together to solve a solution. So the first two we have to use, cutout people and the even function, and then you have to use two out of the next four ones: let, lambda, dynamic arrays, and Power Query data types. If you like this content, then I have loads more on my channel with Excel, Power BI, PowerPoint, Power Query, Google Sheets, etc. So with that, let's get going and let's look at my solution, which is a murder mystery titled Nightmare on Elm Street. So here we are on Elm Street, and I'm with my colleague Shao, and some people are very upset because they've just heard about the brutal murder on Elm Street. Now my colleague Shao can only speak via Excel functions and commands. What's that you say? Yes, you're right. Something does not add up. There are clearly 3 people here and not 4. So let's figure out what's going on. Equals is odd. Yes, you're right. All this is quite odd. All this is matching up. But you know what? No, it's not. It's not odd. It's yes, evening. What's that? You say your name is Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Mr. Sherlock Holmes, how very interesting. Oh, okay. So you came over recently, you crossed the border from Cambodia to China, and you look up to icons. Okay, these are other useful things that you're telling us. Oh, you figured out who the killer was. Very, very interesting. Right. It seems awfully quick and convenient that you did that. And you say that the killer used the text drawing function behind the waterfall. Okay, so let's see. Wow, you think this is the killer. This person, he hasn't been around for a while, so it's a little bit skeptical that you think it could be him. All right, well, let's look at some investigation. I think the killer might be someone else. There's something fishy about his story, old Sherlock. Let's go here and let's go to the Insert tab and choose a map chart. That's right, Modern Excel has map charts. There we go. Wow, that's interesting. He did talk about taking the border from Cambodia to China, but doesn't feel like you can do it according to this map. That is probably something that we should explore. I'm going to format data series and do map area, only regions with data. Let's have a look at old Sherlock himself. He said he was Sherlock Holmes, and that name rings a bell. Let's go to the data tab and choose automatic. It's only available for the preview version at the moment. Okay, it hasn't found anyone, but maybe if I spell it like this. A fictional character, you say? Okay, well, Sherlock Holmes, maybe that's who he is made after. Created by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. And if I browse him in what I call the Excel Encyclopedia, I can get to all these different places. So he was from Edinburgh in Scotland. I can get all sorts of information about these other places, the notable people born. There's a location image as well. Yeah, I think I might remember seeing him in the gallery. What's the gallery, you ask? If you go to the Insert tab and choose icons, you do actually get cutout people. And cutout people includes myself. And also, isn't this him right here? Isn't this a person who could be the killer? Sherlock Holmes, so to speak? I'm very, very dubious about him. He did say he does look up to icons like that. So maybe that is what he means, something that was really, really descriptive. And let's see who we have here. Well, Shao, that is my famed assistant. But Ian looks like the person who is the killer. And Ian might even sound like his weapon. Who knows? Yes, we found it. So grateful that we finally found it, but we've still got more pieces of the puzzle to go to, and that is trying to find, well, what else could have been the weapon? Well, that's a good idea, but that was confiscated when the villain, the Riddler, got put in prison, so that's probably not it. Any other ideas? Oh, another good one, but the villain Two-Face also got put into prison with the switch function as well. Any other ideas? Freeze panes. Yes, that's a good idea. We should use some freeze panes. That way we don't have to switch between slides every time. You're going to show me with this thing called a LAMBDA function. Okay, interesting. Let me go to the data tab and sort this. All right, you're going to go away and write your LAMBDA. The murderer dot weapon is even. Is even, of course. That is the famed Excel function, is even. That is great. That is going to return true if the number is even. Is that right? Is that who you're saying it is? No. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, you're trying again. The murderer is even. Oh, I see what you mean. Is even, wants to get even, wants to get revenge. This is a revenge story, and you can't spell revenge without even. You know what I mean? No. Oh, sorry. Sorry to disappoint you. Okay, you're going to go back to the drawing board. The weapon dot is. Okay, so this is going to be a function that can help me figure out what the weapon is. All right, how am I going to use this? You're going to have to help me with this. Data, get data from web. So here you have something on the Microsoft website. It even has the let function telling me that's in Office 365. If I scroll to the top, I can see that this is all of them. So I'm going to take this URL and copy it. Then I'm going back to Excel. And here I'm going to go to data and get data from web and paste this. So here it opens up. I can see on the web view that it's the same one. But in table view, I can click on table 0. And I can see that this is my data. I'm going to transform it in Power Query. Love Power Query. It's the best thing to have happened to Excel in 20 years. So in this whole new window that's not even Excel anymore, let's do some transformations to our data. So type in description. I'm going to click here. I'm going to split column on the Home tab by delimiter and choose, colon, that's fine. Leftmost delimiter. Press OK. I'm going to click on this one and I'm going to go to Transform. Extract text before delimiter and choose function. I don't need that word function there. But now what I want to do is just take out all these leading and trailing spaces. So select all the columns and format and trim. Perfect. All right. Next, I'm going to just duplicate this column because the first one I'm going to make into a data type after we just change the names. I'm going to go Transform tab and create data type. I'm going to go advanced and choose all of these columns, press add, press OK. And I only get this, which can then be collapsed or expanded. So Home tab, close and load. That's going to now create a new worksheet called Table 0. So because it's a Power Query data type, I can click on this and see all of those, expand this to a column if I want to. I can also filter it by a field that's not showing. For example, type, I want to deselect logical. And then let's add and let's actually expand and get the function only without the data type. Next, I'm going to add a new column that's going to say equals. I'm going to write weapon. The weapon is, open bracket, click on this, close brackets. Now, if I scroll down, I can see, oh, there it is, even. Of course, that's what you were trying to tell me, Shao. Now, they probably used this function so they could allure people in and make sure that they got the optimal number of people in twin rooms in this hotel. Yeah, well done, well done, well done. Thank you for doing that, Shao. Very, very, very sneaky. It worked pretty well. So let's show you what a lambda is. If I go to the Formulas tab and the Name Manager, then this is a lambda. I can edit it, and I can see that you choose a name, and then you can type in a function that refers to a cell, and this actually returns whether it's innocent or guilty, because Shao knew that it was going to be guilty if even was in the name like this, and also that it wasn't is even. But if I go to Formulas and then Name Manager, I can choose a new one, and I can say equals this, and I can call this plot hole. Press OK. Press close, and then I can say equals plot hole. Open close brackets, and yes, there you go. So that is virtually how you make a lambda. There are ways you can test it in the grid before you put it in anyway. For example, if you do that. And now, Shao, it's finally time for us to return to Elm Sheet. So here we are on Elm Sheet. Oh, do you hear that? I think I might hear the murderer. What's that? Add a slicer to this stuff. Well, we've got this dashboard here that's linked with a lot of the new charts, so they can't use pivot tables. But from a table, you can go to Insert and Slicer. And let's get one for a subject. And here we have a slicer. It's a clickable, movable object that can affect multiple charts and tables. So if I click on here, it does actually filter it. Oh, wow. Can you see that? There is someone hiding behind the box and whisker chart. Let's deselect it and let's actually move the chart and see if we found him. Oh, there he is. There's our murderer. I think it's time that we're going to click him, move him over here behind bars. I hope you liked my contribution to the Excel hash. Feel free to check out the rest of my content.